It is really early. It's 4:44 in the morning. I don't get up at this time in the morning. And that'll be Ant there downstairs ready to pick me up. Let's go Turkey. If I was lying here now saying I wasn't stressed out, then that would be a lie. If anyone is following along with the journey, I've had a tummy tuck in Turkey 18 months ago. Go on YouTube, check out the vlogs. Type my name in. You'll see there's a full video series getting us up to date. And it brings us right into one day out. We are flying in 6.5 hours, or I am flying in 6.5 hours on my own this time. And I'm genuinely starting to get quite, well, I'm shitting my pants. Because it's the fear of the unknown. I know the place now. I know where I'm going. I've able to book a really fantastic hotel. I know where to get food from, everything else. But I'm still going on my own. And if shit goes wrong, I'm on my own. Although I'm a very resourceful man, I'm on my own. So today has been like roller coaster ride. As I mentioned, I'm incredibly burnt out and I ain't got the capacity to deal with shit. But I'm gonna have to be up in 4 hours. It's just trying to make sure I'm ready, and I don't feel ready. But I think that's some level of procrastination because I am a little bit fearful. People who turn around and say you're full of shit. Like you're gonna go get cut open. That's weird. That's not normal. We're not meant to get cut open. And when you start to think about it, I think they're just going to take some sharp objects and just slice bits off me. Worrying much. So we'll see what happens in the next few days. I'm going to keep some slight updates on here. If by Saturday evening there's nothing on my story at all, it's safe to say I've lost my head.
Right, let's go.
Well, we're both nervous for today then. We're nervous start. I hope it's this terminal, I don't actually know. Fuck this up, it's gonna go. Getting steps in early on anyway. If you don't know. It's off to a good start. We're in the wrong terminal. Thought it said terminal 1, 2 even, and I'm in terminal 1. Apparently it's a 15-minute walk. Get the steps in nice and early. Fucking hell. Cardio game. So I'm sat on hold. Because I got to the desk and then I can't check in online like a normal airline does these days. I just walked straight through because I've got no bag to check. And the woman at the desk was a bitch. And she said, there's no ticket and now you're late, so you can't check in. So I'm now spent the last half an hour trying to just find a contact number so I can actually try and get through. Kiwi, definitely won't use Kiwi. Normally like Jet2, Ryanair, whatever, you just go on the app, swipe through the QR, just walk through. It's the reason I didn't get a checked bag, so I didn't even have to come to this desk. But I still had to come.
So the agent that processed your consent earlier, and she said that they are still investigating it and they are still coordinating with the airline once we are done.
No, so you just want me to sit here and wait on hold?
No, sir. Yes, sir. I'm checking here. That I have talked.
Responding to my question with yes, sir, or are you just saying yes, sir, before you say everything? Because I need a yes or no answer. That's why I've asked that question. And you keep saying yes, sir, to everything. But then you're not. I want to kill that woman. Literally, she decided to say yes, sir, before saying anything. So when I'm asking her the question, so is there another flight to get me on to still get me there? Yes, sir. And then starts talking. So it is now 10:55 in the morning. I've been in the airport for 5.5 hours so far. So it was already going to be a torturous day. But then after having only 3 hours sleep, on top of already being exhausted, this is just absolute torture. So I've gone to the gate. They've not got my details. So it's their fault. And then I rang through. And then rang another hour later. And then another hour later. And then another hour later. And then they finally rang me back. I was on hold with the first person. 5 hours later, I was put on the phone for an hour. And they're going to move it. So my flight is now 5:30. So 11 hours after where it's supposed to be. Could have had a full night's sleep. Could have done all the things I need to do today. Could have slowly made my way to the airport. And instead I'm absolutely fucked. I just want to go home. I feel mentally broken already. And I've got to now go to Antalya. So it's a further flight. So then I'm going to put me in a hotel in Antalya with an 8-hour layover, so still not enough time to sleep properly because it's 3 kilometres from the airport. So they're covering the costs, which doesn't help the situation at all. I've got to then go to this hotel, stay in the hotel, get up, go back, fly an hour to Izmir, and I'll probably get to the hotel about midday tomorrow. So instead of getting there this evening at like 6 o'clock, I'm not going to get to do that. But then this is part of the story of if I was getting this done in Manchester or anywhere else in England, I would have been in the car, I would have been able to obviously get dropped off, picked up. And then the worst thing is because I've not come in the car, because I got dropped off, I couldn't even go back to my car. I'm literally sat here. I would rather be in a police cell. It was more comfortable. Because I'm just like walking around, I've got nothing to drink, nothing to eat. I have to go into vending machines to buy stuff. Just hanging, absolute torture. And I ain't got the energy to deal with this, especially on my own. I just started tearing up before, which is at R5. Just like, I can't do this today. I really can't do this today. Because I'm then thinking about, I've then got to go, because they were talking about cancelled both flights, so they were then going to give me 3 stops on the way back as well. I was just like, no, definitely not. I was like, then thinking I've got to do this operation on my own. And I just wanted to cancel the full thing, just fuck it off. But then it's like, no, because I've obviously paid for the hotel, paid for the operation, so I can't just fuck it off and go home. But I really want to. Oh my God, I really want to. And I hadn't even started. This is literally not even, this is me at Manchester Airport. I haven't even left the airport yet. So this is just not, oh my God. This is going to test the fuck out of me. There's going to be some real emotions on these videos. Oh my God. I know it's going to get bad. I know this is going to be one of the hardest things I ever do in my life. And I'm on my own. Fuck. This is just fucking ridiculous. Fuck me. Just lose my mind in there. Just like sat there. You can just come outside now and get some fresh air. I just feel like you can breathe again. It's absolutely ridiculous. What the fuck? And it's their fault. Fuck this. I'm going home. I'm actually going home. I'm just going to find a way to get back later on. I can't deal with this. I've literally just been here for 5 hours. If they told me at the start that the earliest flight is 5:30, I would have got a taxi and gone home. That's exactly what I'm doing now. Well, that's a productive use of my day. We're back home. Because I couldn't take being in there any longer. I'm absolutely fucked. So tired. I couldn't do anything. I could stay in my eyes. It's like I could sit and do work. I'm just too tired to do anything. I kept sort of trying to half fall asleep, but then couldn't relax enough. I was just like, I need to get out of here. If they told me early this morning that the flight wasn't going to be until sometime later in the day, 12 hours later, I would have literally jumped to the taxi and gone home. But they had me sat there for 5 hours before they told me that. And I just like, felt like I was going to have a breakdown. Literally stood there just like, my hands on my head going, I can't deal with this. So I've got to fly to Antalya, and then, or the next one was flying out at 7 in the morning and then arriving at midnight tomorrow. It's like, no, because I'd have to then sit in Amsterdam airport for 10 hours tomorrow. I was just like, this is just fucking bullshit. So I've just come home. I just need to come home and attempt to get some sleep, to reset my brain, get some food, get some water, and try and go again. And it's just hard not to then start getting pissed off and like just start to lose my shit. So I have to try and just gather my thoughts now and go back. I don't know how I'm getting back. I don't really care right now. I just wanted to come home. I just need to get out of there. If I'd actually gone through, I was like, is there a lounge I can go through? Like something. Like, no, he's got literally sat next to the check-in gates all morning. Fuck me. All right, let's go round 2. I'm mentally prepped now, and I feel more ready now. I actually know what I'm in for this time. Fuck this shit. Like, it's just a bit of a challenge, isn't it? And I almost give up there for a minute. I mean, I couldn't because I'm kind of committed. I paid and everything, but it wasn't like it was an option. But I felt like it was for a minute. I wanted to quit. I did want to quit. I did just want to come home. Came home, reset. Now I'm mentally prepped, ready to go. Whew. Feel awake. So the next 16 hours is going to be pretty minging. I've got to go back to the airport in time. I've got to now check in again. They actually sent me things saying, you checked in? I was like, yes! Not going to have that same problem. And then they said, you got to check in back at the desk. No! So I've still got to get there with more than enough time to check in, even though I'm not checking a bag, because they don't do an online check-in. Just more problems. Get there with enough time. To Antalya, short stay. Got to find a hotel because they won't take me at this point because it's a late check-in. Going to be like after midnight, 1 in the morning. So I've got to get a taxi from there. I'm going to try and get a SIM card at some point, but I can't do it at that time, so I have to do it the next day. I got this. At least I've built the journey in my head now. It's going to be really shit. I'm on my own, but I feel like awake and I'm not. Like that I wasn't mentally crumbling because it didn't really beat me there for a minute. But we got this. All right, let's go with fucking round 2. Reset, ready to go. I'm in the car now, doing what I should have done before. I just need to come home, reset, regroup, mentally prep for this. This is going to be a slog now. All right, now I'm ready to go. Right, now I'm ready to go. But I've got my fire back. Actually, I haven't felt this in a while. I've been that fucked the last week or 2. Definitely feel like I've got my fire back. You know that, like, pre-working set in the gym kind of fire. Like, I've just had to get that that mentally prepped and fired up to go through this awful journey I'm about to go through with no support apart from fucking number 1. Sorry about the windscreen wipers, that's going to be well annoying on the video. But never mind, we're good to go. I'm in the car, I feel ready. I just need to make sure my COVID test comes soon, otherwise I'm fucking going nowhere. Fuck. I did it yesterday and I'm just about to send another one off now. But they just took time to come. People are taking the piss at the minute. Right, we're back. Next obstacle. Negative COVID test hasn't come back. They had it 10 days ago. So if you had a positive test more than 14 days or less than 6 months, you're good. But it was 10 days. Round 2. Back for round 2. What's up down here this morning? I'm in deja vu walking way down here. Look at this queue. I'm mad queue to go to security, so what I'm going to do? Go around the back. I'm genuinely going to do this. I'm going to go around the back. See if I can sneak through behind in the middle of the queue. Walking back to the car again. Should be just about to land. Just about to land in Izmir on the first flight that got messed up this morning because obviously they didn't send the details across. Couldn't check me in. For some reason, no online check-ins. Second one, it's just taking off right now. If we look, we might catch it. Walking back to the car. Yeah, but I'm going to go get a haircut. Let's find a fucking positive out of today. At least I'll have time to get a haircut. Well, this is me on hold to booking.com trying to cancel the hotel. So, I don't even know if I'll make this into a vlog because it's just like a disaster day. Imagine to keep your head trying to on disaster day. So I literally, I don't even know what I've videoed and what I've not. I've ended up having the operation cancelled. The flight got fucked up this morning because they didn't have a boarding pass for me and I couldn't check in online like you would do normally. Just walk through security when you got no bag to check. Sat in the airport for 5 hours. Sat in the airport for 5 hours waiting for the answer on what to do because obviously I'm still booked with the hotel, booked for the operation. Felt like I was in a jail cell, just stranded, hanging, just didn't know how long I was going to be there, what the resolution was going to be, if there was going to be one, whether I was going home. I was absolutely exhausted and just been 3 hours sleep, and I just didn't have the capacity. I'm so mentally fried at the minute with mad anxiety trying to deal with it. I then got told it was going to be another 7 hours and was like, right, I'm going home. Got a taxi all the way home. Tried to sleep, calm my anxiety. Then got a taxi. Then drove, sorted some things out, drove back, parked my car on a residential street, got a taxi back to the airport, massive queue, stood there for an hour. Obviously by this point I'm booked on a later flight, stood there for an hour. Then got told, because I haven't got my negative COVID vaccination result come through in time from the PCR. And then I've got a home one and another one. There's two tests that haven't come back in time. I didn't have COVID long enough ago, because it has to be over 28 days, even though it says 14. And then there wasn't enough time by that point before the flight and checking in again at a desk, not online, to go and get a rapid antigen test at the airport, which if I'd known this morning, I would have gone and got it straight away. Or would have gone and got it when I got back. I literally had 2.5 hours before the flight. I got back with loads of time, so nothing could go wrong apart from this. When I got my antigen test, told the guys in Turkey what was going on, paid for the antigen test, was about to pay for the flight tomorrow, first thing in the morning, 7 a.m, get back here for this. And then they went, the surgeon won't do your operation because you had COVID within 6 weeks. So irrelevant to everything else that's happened, he wouldn't have done it anyway. And I would have got there, and he wouldn't have done it anyway. So I've just fucking, oh my God. Just had a horrendous day, and I'm so burnt out, I need to take a couple of days off. Just said to my clients, take a couple of days off, turn my phone off. Luckily I have 2. I've turned notifications off on this. I'm now trying to get my money back for the hotel, because obviously I'm supposed to check in hours ago. So I'm trying to get the money back for that, otherwise I lose the full money for that. Fuck me. And this is when it comes into the question, do you go and get surgery abroad? Well, if I was done it in Manchester, wouldn't have one single one of these problems. Someone would have dropped me off and picked me up. Job done. Which, and my client actually dropped me off this morning, as you saw. So that would have been me being dropped off the hospital. Someone would have picked me up. So then it comes back to the cost. Time-wise, emotionally, financially, is it worth getting surgery abroad? Probably not. Probably not. And the worst thing is, I actually spoke to the woman who, the liaison that I went back and forth with on WhatsApp text. She's well sound on the phone. Why don't you voice note me then? You're really, really nice. I would have been so much less pissed off with all the communication if she'd voice noted me the whole time. She's actually proper sound. Spoke on the phone. I was like, well, I actually really like you. You're dead nice. I thought you were a knob on the text messages. Don't text people. Just video call them, or at least phone call them. It would be much better customer service. So right, I'm going to finish this there, because not only have I pissed you all off with the windscreen wipers, and I've pissed you off with this peeping in the background. She's trying to get my money back though. This is another nice woman trying to get my money back for the hotel. Come on, booking.com. Save me. But on a positive, I'm going to go get a haircut and at least feel good about myself. Fuck me. Over and out. So that was a trip that never happened, but you need to stay tuned for the following videos for the trip that did happen, and to see my final verdict on whether I think it's a good idea to get surgery abroad.